The Uncharted movie has been in production since the dawn of man. Literally, this thing started active development when I was 3 years old. Centuries went by without a word from the film, with it constantly swapping directors. Mark Wahlberg went from playing Nathan Drake to fucking playing Sully. Became that old because this movie took so long to get made. And with this much time, you would think that the Uncharted movie would be good. But then the casting and trailer released, and people thought that this was going to be bad. But from what I saw from the trailer, I legitimately had faith in this movie. I thought, okay, it's a younger Nathan Drake. Tom Holland fits that kind of. He's saying, oh crap, I'm interested. And I went into this movie cautiously excited. Actually, I just want to pinpoint real quick that I saw this movie on opening night, like the Thursday night showing, and literally nobody was in the theater. Nobody. It was insane. It blew my fucking mind. I love Uncharted. I've been with this franchise since I was really young. I love this series. The charismatic characters, the awe-inspiring set pieces. As the dumbass who was willing to give this film and the odd casting a chance, I am here to say, as an Uncharted fan, it fucking sucked gorilla dick. But as a wannabe professional, pretentious film critic, Uncharted is vehemently mediocre, lacks all of the charm and bewildering set pieces that made the series stand out originally, and is overall just super underwhelming. It falls short in all of the areas that the movie should have excelled in. Let's go down the list here. Charming and lovable characters. Look, I really like Tom Holland, but even as someone who is willing to give his version of the character a shot, and while I don't think he did an awful job, I really feel like Tom Holland went with this character just because he didn't want to be known as just the Spider-Man actor. You can tell the guy is really trying to branch out into other movies, and a lot of his other film endeavors haven't been successful, which is really unfortunate. But my point being here is that while I don't doubt that Tom Holland cared about this role and really did give it his all, you could see it in the stunts and the cool set pieces, his passion for Nathan Drake is not at the level of passion as it is with him playing Spider-Man. And that really bums me out to a degree, since I know there are so many other young and aspiring actors who would kill to play Nathan Drake just as, if not more, as they would kill to play as Spider-Man. And Mark Wahlberg as Sully, I didn't even like this casting before the movie released, even though I was willing to defend Tom Holland. Mark Wahlberg as Sully is the worst casting choice for the character, and his characterization it's fucking awful. He's just Mark Wahlberg trying to be cool. None of the charming, I'm too old for this shit, cool uncle vibe that came from Sully. Like, this movie tries to have entertaining character banner, but it just doesn't work because I don't care about these versions of the characters. There's a scene where Nate gets Sully a cat, and it's supposed to be funny because Sully doesn't like cats, but then he starts to like cats, it's the only real casting choice that I thought was great was Sophia Ali as Chloe. She seems to know the character well. Her chemistry with Tom works decently well. It just bums me out that my favorite video game duo ever were just butchered so bad. It bums me out that Nathan Drake and Chloe Fraser have a better dynamic than Nathan Drake and Victor Sullivan. Like, how could you fuck that up? Rough casting aside, the worst thing that you could do with an Uncharted movie is somehow make it boring. Uncharted's biggest issue is that it's boring. The opening 5 minutes is the best part of this movie. It starts out just as I'd imagine an Uncharted movie would, and legitimately gave me hope for the rest of this movie. The way that Nate's first line is, oh crap, you got that high-octane action going on, even if it is a reused set piece, it's a great opening to the movie. And the rest of the action is just underwhelming. The climax with the boat set piece was actually pretty cool, and all it made me think was, damn, this would be a really cool set piece in the video game. Okay, so the characters suck, the action is underwhelming. Oh, okay, here we go. Why didn't they use the game score? Why are video game movies so fucking scared of using video game songs? The Sonic movie... You could have used City Escape. There is one moment where the Uncharted theme is used, and it's done okay, but there's so many other cool action tracks to use. Like, Uncharted is so cinematic, and the music is so cinematic. And I know these are like really bare bones criticisms, but there's not much to really say about this movie, and that bums me out. Nate and Sully's dynamic just feels rushed and bad, and I don't even know if we'll get a sequel to this that'll improve upon the foundation set here, because nobody was in my theater, and it doesn't seem like this movie is doing very well at the box office. This honestly should have been a surefire hit. The Uncharted series is one of the most cinematic game series ever. It was one of the big games that proved that games could be just as, if not more cinematic and engaging as the action blockbusters seen in theaters. There are no real big, awe-inspiring set pieces here. There are no moments that left my jaw on the floor. There are no charismatic characters. There's nothing here. It's a generic treasure hunting flick. Overall, Tom Holland is shirtless like 3 times in this film, so 10 out of 10 once again.